Hey guys, Gun Guy Mexicano here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about this 1022, this Ruger 1022. I'm sure a lot of you already know a lot about this rifle. It's very popular here in the United States, Ruger 1022. I think over 5 million made by Ruger, so they're definitely out there. Uh, it's got a huge aftermarket. I've seen AR-15 looking 1022s with the AR-15 stock sets. I've seen the AK-47 stock sets. Not too long ago, I think I saw it was like a Thompson submachine gun stock set, and it looked kind of cool for the Ruger 1022. Obviously, the magazines, the BX25s, these are one of the more common and popular ones. You can get the couplers, so you could put another magazine, and then you have 50. I've seen some of the drum mags, 110 round drum mags as well. I'm not sure how reliable those are. I've never actually shot those, but I've seen them before. People shooting them. People that turn their 1022s into target rifles, for competition or just for general plinking, that have thousands of dollars invested in parts and scopes and scope mounts and bipods and it can get pretty crazy. But this particular one here, as you can see, it's very stock. This is just bare bones 1022. It's got its rotary magazine, 10 shot magazine in there. It's buckhorn sights. Like I said, it's very stock. It doesn't have anything special. This is a little bit older one, a few years old. When I first bought it, one of the things that kind of attracted me to it was the grain on the wood stock. I thought it was just different. People that have held my 1022 and that have seen it and shot it, have kind of commented on that. Obviously, I'm biased because this is one of the first firearms that I ever purchased. It's got a special place in my heart, you could say. A special place in my collection. In high school, actually, I shot I'm not sure if it was a Ruger, but it was a 22, and I'm pretty sure it was 22 short. In our ROTC program, we actually had a small range in our high school, which is kind of unheard of now, but you can actually, you could qualify for your marksman badge or your marksman, I forget what it was called. You could actually put it on your uniform when you would get it. And I remember that kind of, intrigued me, and one of the first times I ever shot anything was there in that class. And then later, when I, after high school, years later, when I started looking into firearms, this was something that looked a lot like what we had, what we were shooting then in that ROTC class. So anyways, this is probably the rifle I'm going to end up handing down to my son. This is definitely the rifle that I'm going to teach him how to shoot with, the basic firearm safety rules and so on and so forth. But it's just something that I thought you guys might find interesting. Not too long ago, we were having a live chat. We actually did a live chat in Spanish. I shoot ammo and stopping power, and myself. We were talking about the 1022. And I'm sorry, the caliber 22 LR, and how about it's very useful, and it's got a lot of uses for it. People that are learning how to shoot. If you want to teach someone, it's good to teach them. With a 22, it doesn't have a lot of recoil. The noise is not. It's not very much. It still, could hurt your ears, but it's not as bad as other calibers. If you're using it maybe for survival in a survival situation, you're always going to be able to carry quite a bit more 22 ammunition than something larger like this 7.62 by 39. You could carry a box of, what is this? This is 325 rounds. In a box like this, you could throw it in a pack. Or even something like this. This is some of the Winchester Western here. This is 525 rounds. And put that in a pack. Put a 1022 on a sling and put that over your shoulder. And then, compared to something like this. This is 480 rounds of 7.62 by 39. Obviously, you're not going to carry it in an ammo can, but you'd have to carry it some way. If you wanted to match the same amount you'd be carrying in 22. Plus your magazines, obviously, so I mean, it's a whole lot more weight, especially talking about traveling long distances on foot. If that was your main mode of transportation, your feet, walking, you're gonna feel the weight of something bigger, in a bigger caliber. And obviously the rifle itself, the 1022 is right around 5 pounds. So just a particular usefulness of it, varmint hunting and being able to feed yourself in a survival situation. Obviously, in a pinch, 22, it's lethal, whether you want to believe it or not. I'm not advocating to use 22 for self-defense, but in a pinch, if that's all you had, Obviously, you could definitely use that caliber. Last week we had a live chat where we were talking about the legal purchase of firearms in countries like Mexico and Colombia and Bolivia, and some of these countries don't allow large calibers. Larger calibers like 9 millimeter, 40 or 45 ACP, or the typical calibers that are very very available to us. Some of these countries only allow 22 up to maybe 380, 38 special and revolvers in Mexico. So I mean, maybe that's all they have, and if that's all you have to maybe defend your home against a burglar and intruder, uh, something is way better than nothing. That's just my opinion, of course. But I'd like to know what you guys think as well. And like always, is there a firearm that you guys, that's got a special place in your collection because maybe it's the first firearm that you ever bought or the first firearm that you ever shot? I'd like to know, y'all's comments, suggestions, anything like that. Leave it in the comment section down below, guys. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.